My next guest is Grant Cardone, the author of the book, The 10X Rule. He's been in Australia talking about how people can make a lot of money by having a different mentality when it comes to investing in property. Welcome to Australia, Grant.
Thank you, my friend.
Nice to meet you.
Thank you.
Nice to meet you.
Great to be here. I'm going to try not to be too enthusiastic.
Okay, well, I'll try and contain that.
Yeah, please.
Australians are very careful about fast-talking Yanks. You've got to be careful about that. Slow it down. Like an honest John, slow it down.
Yeah, I think there's a love-hate thing there.
We
love it, we hate it.
Yeah, exactly right. Now, I read something brilliant this morning, which I wrote only a few minutes ago. And it goes like this, Grant. Buried away in the stuff that normal people never read is info that really is fascinating. It seems like it's a conspiracy by smart people to keep less smart people in the dark. Of course, it's not really a conspiracy. It's just that really clever people have one dumb spot, and that is they often don't know how dumb mere mortals are. You've done a lot of writing. You've done a lot of educating.
Yeah.
Have you found that that's part of your important role is to get stuff that's important, is complicated, normal people don't read, but they really do need to read it?
Well, I think that, it's interesting. I think there is a bit of a conspiracy. Okay, and the conspiracy is that some of the information that I know I operated on.
Yeah.
And I think it translates here, is, for instance, in Australia, this dream about the house, buying a house. Like this is a big fantasy.
Quarter acre block. We love it.
Yeah, and it's a terrible investment.
Yeah.
Awful. But who benefited from that the most was the banks. So like my mission is to wake people up to what the possibility, I'm not talking about inspiration or excitement or motivation. I'm talking about like what is absolutely necessary for someone to have a life of some freedom. And buying a house, saving money in the banks today, putting money in a retirement account. These are conspiracies, if you will, for lack of better words. You have much better vocabulary. These are things that benefited the banks and the big banks and the big global financial systems. It didn't really benefit the average Australian family.
Yeah. Do you think in many ways, and I think it's partly conspiracy, but partly it was the easiest thing to sell to a normal person, because I'm going to get you to explain the alternative, because the alternative takes a bit of guts. It's kind of risky for a normal person's thinking. It might not be.
Yeah, no.
I know you will say it's not. Otherwise, you'd be flogging something that's hard to really flog.
Yeah.
But in the mindset of a normal person, the idea of not having a house, being a property investor, getting the tax deductions, having 4 or 5 properties and that sort of stuff seems like it's scary stuff.
Yeah. Well, they should have 40 or 50.
Yes. Well, there you go.
Like this is the 10x. The 10x idea is like, if a house is a good investment, then go get 50 of them. And rent them to other people. Never sell them. Keep them forever. Rent them. You want the cash flow. You want the cash flow. A cash flow is what makes the world go round. And when you and I were brought up, we were told by our parents, save your money, buy a house, never rent. That's not the situation today. To save money with the banks today, at the interest rates that we're receiving in Australia, America, Germany, you're talking, there's $15 trillion that is earning negative money today. $15 trillion. So the Australian family that's sitting there trying to save money, why are you saving it? It's worthless in the bank. You want to use that money. And I don't, there's $5 trillion in America just in equity in homes. I don't know what it is here. It's probably a couple $1 trillion sitting dead, earning nothing. Families in Australia need to earn money. They need that second flow of income. And that what they're doing is they're spending money on a house, a place to live, which is fine. I don't mind spending money on a place to live. But I need the investments I'm making paying me every month. I need the income. The family needs the income so that one day when I stop my job or when wages don't go up, like they're pretty flat right now.
Worldwide. Worldwide they're flat.
Well, exactly. And they're probably going to, if the robot comes, if automation actually comes, we're going to go into massive unemployment around the world, where people are going to be dependent upon those other ideas, other ways to create flows of income. Yeah. So when you say it's complicated to do this, actually, and I understand the concept, but actually, the real estate is probably the simplest investment for the everyday person to wrap their heads around, because it's real. I can go see the property. I can do a simple calculation on, here's the debt, here's the income. Will it cover itself and leave me with some cash flow?
Yeah, but you know yourself that, let's imagine while you're in Australia, you get to talk to 3,000 people.
Yeah.
Right?
I think we just did 20,000.
Yeah,
right?
Did 20,000.
20,000
in Australia.
Yeah.
Okay, but 20,000 over the total population is a really small fraction.
Tiny.
And
why are you making me feel bad about myself?
No, it's okay.
I was having a moment of braggery.
No, but the reason why I'm saying is that when you generalize about a really good investment strategy, like being a property investor, building up your properties, not merely 5 but 50. Are you an American talking 50 properties? Yes, you are. And I know there are Australians who've done it. But what I'm trying to say to you, Grant, is that how do you sell that to the normal person who doesn't attend your conference, who doesn't read the books, and will do what seems like the safe play?
Yeah.
How like if everyone did it, it probably wouldn't work. It's great that everyone doesn't do it, because it means that the people who decide to do it really have a picnic.
What everybody is doing right now is buying houses. Okay, and if you look at the financial condition of the average person, the everyday person, I am an average everyday person. I come from an average. In
your dreams, you might have come from a background, but you've changed.
I came from because I did not go go where the sheep went. Yeah. The masses. Like somewhere along the way, I woke up and said, "Wait a minute, everybody's walking off a cliff here."
What was that moment?
I'll tell you the moment. Okay, my dad died when I was 10 years old.
Yeah.
His house, the house that he spent his life buying, he finally got the dream house. Yeah. He had 5 kids and a wife, and he died at 52 years old. The next week, the house was paid for. He had some life insurance. He did all the right things. Had some money saved, had some stocks to pay dividends every quarter. My mom had to sell the house the following week. I was 10 years old and realized, that was not, having that house was not a good thing for my mother or for the family, because we couldn't keep it up. She knew she couldn't maintain the house and the taxes, ongoing taxes. We have annual property taxes there. I think you just pay them once here, right?
We don't pay them at all.
Well, you pay taxes when you buy it.
Yeah, not necessarily. No, not on your own principal property.
Oh no, there's no tax. There's no tax collected.
And there's no capital gain tax when you sell it either.
Yeah, I understand.
The principal property.
And what are you doing? You're feeding the beast. You're having to feed this thing the whole time. Okay. Yeah. Now, as opposed
it's a commitment. It's just like rent.
A house is a commitment.
Yeah. Once you sign up with the bank, you got to pay the bill.
Yeah, but who's making all the money on that deal?
Oh, definitely.
The bank is making 5 to 6% every year. So if you own that house for 30 years, they made 180%. If you mistime the market for a house, and you had to feed the thing, every month, you had to paint it, you probably had to fix the roof 2 or 3 times, you didn't have any income. And so my argument is like, look, I owned 3 businesses before I got involved in real estate. Yeah. Those real estates required me to tinker every day. I had to show up every day. I had to push on them every day. The real estate, when I started buying real estate, whether I was working or not working, I'm in Australia or I'm in America or I'm in Germany, the real estate just keeps paying me. I don't have to tinker as much.
Okay. A question a lot of people would be asking, because and I'm on your side. I think people do need to change their mentality if they want to build their wealth, without a doubt. But what happened to some of your supporters in your beloved state of Florida during the GFC, because house prices really fell big time?
Exactly.
A mate of mine went over there with $1 million and bought 10 properties, and they were all positively geared. He's on side with you. But what happened to some of those people who maybe had 10 properties in the US?
Those people that bought homes. Not as investments, but as places.
No, but I'm in the investors.
Well, you shouldn't buy one door. You shouldn't put a bunch of doors together. Yeah. That's why I say you don't want 1 or 2. You want 50. You want the income from more than one, right? So Warren Buffett says never rely on one source of income.
Yeah. So I guess what you're saying is that the people who had multiple properties in Florida, as long as they kept getting the rent, as long as they could still service their debt, they were okay.
The three businesses I had in, you call it the Great Financial Crisis. Yeah. It was unbelievable. There's still 5 million homes in America underwater being out of equity. They still have not recovered. So these people bought the wrong kind of home. Okay, all real estate is not created equal. Retail shopping centers are going to continue to get punished worldwide. Okay, because of retail. Because everything's shifting to an Amazon internet purchase. Office builders are probably going to still suffer. Now, right here in Sydney, when I fly into Sydney, I was looking around. I'm like, man, if I could just accumulate enough income property, it's got to be income property, not the house on Point Piper where I'm staying. Okay, this is foolish. This is craziness. Most expensive street, like $17, $30 million, $40 million, $60 million homes that don't take in any income. So what I would do here, the strategy I would do in Sydney would be I would try to put together a building of homes. And
apartment block.
Apartment block.
Yeah. Without cladding.
Without what?
Cladding. Remember in London, the apartment block that caught on fire? The problem was cladding. And in Sydney at the moment, we've got a number of properties with cladding.
Oh, yeah. Those are just issues. That's why you have insurance.
Have very good builders.
That's why you have insurance. You know? I mean, any of that could happen.
Okay, but let's get back.
But the point is not whether it's real estate. People need to start thinking differently.
Yeah. Well, how do you do that? Okay, how do you convert the normal person to a Bob Cardone thinker?
You need to make them aware.
Grant Cardone.
Yeah, you need to make them aware. You need to make them aware that like what they're doing right now is not working.
Yeah.
People believe what they're doing is working and they're frustrated, so they blame the government. It's not the government. Okay, the government is never going to change things. They haven't changed things for 100 years for the better.
Okay.
So people need to understand what you're doing, the calculations you're using, the income, the expenditures, saving money. These are things that are broken concepts.
Okay.
They worked 30 years ago.
Well, imagine someone's turned on the program. Of course, in the age it's not turning on anymore. It's pressing the button because it's on YouTube.
Yeah.
How are you going to get inside their head to tell them to change the way they're thinking? What's the big steps that you make them take?
Number one, you need to earn more income.
Okay.
Number one, quit complaining. There's no more time in the day. Number one, you have to figure out how to earn more income. Yeah. Okay, every decision should be, does it produce income for me?
Okay.
If it doesn't produce income, you should not spend time and energy on it. If I can't write it off, when I spend money, when I use money, if I'm using money, does it produce income? If it does not produce income, do not spend the money.
Okay, first thing, earn more income. What next?
Number two, you're looking for multiple streams of income. I'm not looking for one. I don't want to be dependent. So if I'm a waitress, and I have a job. I'm
pretty ugly looking waitress, I gotta say. But go on.
Well, you know.
Good looking bloke, but ugly looking waitress.
Okay. So you guys decide, all right? So or waiter, right?
Waiter,
or an actor, or a plumber, or a contractor, or a roofer, or whatever, right? You need to start looking for the second. You need to start looking for the second flow, so you're not dependent upon this one job. Don't leave this one thing, even if it's a terrible job. Don't leave that.
So you're saying,
add something.
If you're a full-time job, you might do a side hustle, as you guys call it, a part-time business, or a part-time job, or overtime, all those sort of things to get the income in. Okay.
Yeah, because. And you're like, oh God, what about my kids? Right now, you need to take care of your finances. Okay. Yeah. And I think the average income here is $1,700 a week.
80 odd thousand a year.
80,000.
It quite surprised me.
How do you live? How do you live here? And they say the cost of living in Australia, the cost of living is low. I'm like,
that's high.
Huh?
That's high.
You can't. There's no way you can live in Sydney for $80,000 a year. It's impossible.
Yeah, it's a high cost of living in Australia.
Yeah. But the papers say it's a low cost of living, and I'm like, well, I just talked to 20,000, 18,000, 19,000 people. I said, how you doing here? Oh man, it's a struggle. I go to Auckland. It's a struggle in Auckland. Why? Because you got 40% of your income is going to cost of living. 40 or 50% is going to the government, right?
Yeah, around that. Yeah.
Well, where's the money? On 80,000. You could make 100,000 here and still not have money left over in Sydney. So people just need to start looking at, okay, number one, get better at your main job so you're earning good income. Okay. You might even have to change to another industry. Number two, add second income. And number three, you need to start making investments. You're not going to get out of the trap with Uber. Okay, you have to start making investments into something that produces income for you and a future appreciation.
How important is it to invest at the right time? Like the greatest time to buy Florida real estate was 2009.
Not true. I'm sorry, not true.
Oh, come on.
Okay.
Come on.
Not true. Not true.
So you're saying buy at the top of the market? Is okay?
I would buy at the top, the middle, the bottom.
Okay.
The old adage about buy low, sell high is not true.
Okay.
When you're buying buying income property, okay, you want to buy through all the cycles because I'm buying the income. And it just so happens with the income, I get this valuable piece of real estate. Like I have bought for 30 years. I bought through 1995, 2000, 2001, 2008, 2010. Last week, right here at what would appear to be a high point, we have $1.2 billion worth of real estate. I'll keep buying through the entire cycle, and I'll be getting income to wait for 2032.
And so what you're saying then is that the ratio of what you're paying and what you're getting as income, that's the most important story. Not just
cash flow.
Yeah.
Cash flow is the most important.
Yeah.
Number two would be the location of that property that it can appreciate into the future.
Yeah.
Because I'm buying cash.
So location is relevant to you?
Cash flow, location, cash flow, location, cash flow, location, right? Because if it doesn't have cash flow, I can't keep the location.
Yeah.
So I know a lot of people that in the great financial crisis, the GFC.
No, we call it the global financial crisis.
The global.
We didn't have it here. We didn't even have a recession here. You know that?
Yeah.
We didn't even have a recession.
Because you have your
government bailed us out.
Yeah.
And also China helped us.
But
China.
Who didn't? Australia, the country didn't. But what about the families? Like they're always talking about the country. But what about your neighbor? Because I think when I meet people, when I met the Uber driver this morning to pick me up, okay, he's in a recession right now. I said, "How you doing, man?" It's all right. There's no enthusiasm. How much money you got put away? None. How many investments you have? None.
Hang on, Uber drivers are supposed to ask all the questions. You're asking him the questions.
Yeah, well, because I'm looking to move to Australia.
Oh, yeah, really?
So I want to know how things are going here. I'm trying to get the pulse.
Yeah, good stuff.
Yeah.
All right. So one final question to you: if there's one message you'd like to pass on to my viewers, what would that one message be?
When is this going to view? When is this going to go out?
Well, probably next week.
Good. So what I would tell them that they need to expand their thinking. Okay, like you can't be small. You can't play in this world now. You can't be a small fish. This message is not for everyone, Yeah. So it comes with a disclaimer. Like, I understand it's not for everyone, but if the people that listen to it will get through the next global recession, and there will be another one more severe than the GFC. And if people with the right preparation and the right plan are willing to give up some of the old ideas, will not just get through it, they will prosper and flourish.
Okay. If people want to read the book, the best book that you wrote,
that
sums all this up, which one would it be?
I would get this book.
This book, yeah.
I would get this
book.
The
Millionaire Booklet.
They can get it online free.
They
can get it online free. It's in 38 languages. Yeah. I wrote it in 2 hours, and I guarantee you it'll show you the way out. 44 pages. GrantCardone.com/global.
Okay.
And it's free.
The best price of all. Good to see you.
Thank you, my friend.
And it's Cardone, not Cardone. It looks Italian to me.
It used to be Cardone.
Yeah, but in America they had to serve.
Right, that's right. We snuck over from, the motherland.
Okay, good stuff. Thanks for coming on.
Thank you.
That's Grant Cardone, the author of The Millionaire Booklet and also the 10X Rule. The 10X Rule. Thanks for joining us.
Thank you.